Hello and welcome to our channel where you will learn chess tips, tricks and have fun with the game of chess. Today we are going to see the 3 best chess traps which you can get your opponent into. Without further ado, let's start. The first trap which we are going to see is the legal trap. The legal trap starts out with a standard moveset e4, e5. Then knight moves to f3. White develops knight and attacks pawn at e5. Knight goes to c6. By doing this, black protects the pawn at e5. White bishop goes to c4. This is a standard Italian game. Black pawn moves to d6. White knight moves to c3. Black bishop moves to g4, pinning down the knight on f3 to threaten the queen. White advances pawn to h3. Now this is a tricky move to kick the bishop from g4 square. Once black bishop retreats to h5, the trap can be activated. With this, black bishop still wants to pin the knight. So white makes a definitive move of sacrificing the queen and kicking black pawn at e5. Black doesn't realize it's a trap and greedily takes the free queen at d1. And now white bishop kicks pawn at f7. Check. Black king has no other way but to advance to e7 to save his skin. Knight then moves to d5 and check and mate with style. This is how the game can end. But if bishop doesn't take queen after knight takes pawn at e5 and instead takes knight with knight at e5, then queen takes bishop at h5 and then knight at e5 takes bishop at c4. Then queen can be taken to b5, forking king and knight at c4, and there will be no way to save the knight. Next we are going to see the Blackburne Shilling Gambit trap. This is a very popular trap. The trap mainly relies on the hope that your opponent would get greedy and pinch pawns. It starts with the standard moveset e4, e5. Knight moves to f3, attacking the pawn. Knight moves to c6, defending the pawn. Bishop moves to c4. Now this set of moves is called the Italian opening. Now black can play knight moves to d4, giving up the pawn's defense of e5 and setting the trap. White knight takes e5, taking the free pawn. Now queen can come to g5, threatening the knight at e5 and also the pawn at g2. White knight takes black pawn at f7, hoping to take the rook. But queen takes pawn at g2. A white rook is under attack. White moves rook to f1, trying to save the rook. Queen takes e4 pawn, resulting in check. If white blocks check with queen, then knight takes queen and then game is over. If white bishop comes at e2 to block check, then knight comes to f3, resulting in check and mate. The third and the final trap which we will see in this video is the fishing pole trap. Now this is one such easy set of moves to make your opponent fall for. When I had a lower rating, I defeated a higher rated player with this very trap. It starts with the following set of moves called Roy Lopez. E4, E5, knight moves to F3, knight moves to C6, bishop moves to B5, then knight moves to F6, making it the Berlin defense, which is a variation of the Roy Lopez or Spanish opening. The most common fourth move for white, which leads into the main lines of the Berlin defense, is short castling. After white castles, black has an interesting and a very odd move of knight moving to g4. To try to kick the knight back, white will play h3. Instead, the black plays h5, keeping the knight vulnerable. The reason white's most logical play is to kick the knight out with h3 is to try to gain an advantage. But black is not going to move his knight and plays h5 to support his knight and also encouraging to capture the knight. Once the knight is kicked out by white pawn, the white pawn is kicked by black pawn at g4 and also threatening white knight from f3 to go back to a safer square e1. Then there is the definitive move of queen moving to h4 and then there is no looking behind. If white tries to avoid checkmate by advancing his pawn at f3, black can take his pawn to g3, solidifying the checkmate. So this was the fishing pole trap. Now that you have seen the best 3 chess traps, here is a puzzle for you. This is a trap in King's Indian defense. Write your best set of moves in the comment section and you can be a lucky winner. Well, that's all for today. More tips, tricks, strategies to come on this channel so that you can win more games. If you are an unrated player, we can help you get your first ratings. And if you already have ratings, then we can help you improve your ratings with the help of our upcoming courses. So stay subscribed, share, like and stay updated to our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.